There was an organisation that asked me if I could get through their security. And the manager, it was a large factory on a big site. And the manager of the factory had said to me, you probably can't tailgate in. So you can't just follow someone in, because they'd spent all this money on security. They'd spent £2 million on this perimeter security, to huge big fence and security guards on the outside of their factory. And unfortunately, a lot of people think social engineering really is just about smiling and charming your way past security guards and maybe following someone through a gate. But it can be a lot more tricky than that. I'd observed this business and I'd understood that they were very hierarchical in nature. They were the type of company that was sort of old-fashioned, and, when a manager or a boss told you to do something, you did it. You didn't question it. So very rule-driven. So the first thing we had to do was get inside the fence, which is kind of a whole other story. But we got inside the inner fence and got past the outer security by pretending we were there to fix a car windscreen that was parked in the car park. So sometimes, and then my team left and they left me hiding behind a dumpster. And what I did was I wrote on a piece of paper, please do not close this door. Thank you. And I tacked it up to the outside of a door on the outside of the factory. And of course, the first person that came out sees this sign on the door, on headed paper with a vague signature that said it was human resources. And in a rule-driven organization, you obey the rules, right? So he wedged open the door with some cardboard, and then social proof kicked in, because then when all of his colleagues came out, they saw that the door was open and nobody else was closing it. So they didn't close it. And I just, I got into the factory through that door. And then once I was in there, we posted some key logging cables and I looked at passwords and sort of took some photographs and things. If I'd have been a criminal, as opposed to someone doing this for an educational exercise, that factory would have been very seriously compromised. Their whole business would have been compromised.